I spent the latter part of my morning at St. Ignatius School in Guelph, where my kids go to school. I was sitting there watching the speeches, and he didn't win. I thought, I'm biased. I'm his dad. I thought he won. I thought he did a great job. I thought his speech was really informative. For a kid his age to get up on stage and speak he did such a good job. The young man who won it was much, much older. I think he was older than Ava, or at least in her class. I don't know, but quite a bit older. And his speech was good. It flowed well, and he did his speech on the discussion between the greatest of all time basketball player, whether it was LeBron James or Michael Jordan. It was a good speech. And as much and as proud as I was of Oliver, I thought the best speech, I thought the person that did the best job did not have the best speech and got tripped up a couple of times. It was this little girl, and she was like, she couldn't have been more than 10, maybe 11, but probably 10, maybe 11. And she was supposed to go 6th and couldn't. She was freaking out. She was very anxious, very nervous, very, she was beside herself. And the 7th girl went 6th, and then they let her go on. Now, it took a lot for her just to get on the stage, and good for her for getting on the stage. Then she did a speech on anxiety, her anxiety. Just a great job. She got tripped up a couple of times, and yeah, she finished. I don't know what she finished, but to see a little girl get on the stage and do that was impressive. I don't know her. Ava knows her very, very well. But she did one hell of a job just to get on the stage, and then to do the speech was pretty impressive. As I said, I thought Ollie did a great job. I thought he was a winner. I thought he won. But he was the youngest kid on the stage. He's 9 years old. It was his first time speaking publicly, and I thought he did one hell of a job. As I said to him after, Ollie gets upset. He's a very competitive young man, and he was upset that he lost. And I said, the kid that did the greatest of all time, a very compelling speech, right? Very good speech. The little girl that talked about anxiety did a wonderful job. Everybody did a good job with their speeches, but Ollie's was pretty informative, right? I didn't know anything really. I thought I did, but didn't know anything, as it turns out, about the Concorde. And Ollie chose, I don't know why he did, but he chose to talk about the Concorde. And the stuff he knew about it and the stuff he spoke about, it was impressive. So he didn't win. But man, he did one hell of a job. So very proud of him, very happy with the way our day went. You always want to win, whether you're racing horses or giving speeches, but a great job done by him. So what did we do today? We didn't do a whole lot. I didn't get Crantini trained. The track was too deep. I'll train him tomorrow. I got to watch Ready for Landing Jog. I thought he looked very good. Somebody said there was a tractor. You guys have seen what is on the track at Northfield over the last 2 months. There's a bulldozer, a transport truck, a dump truck, 4 or 5 tractors, a screen, water truck, everything. They've seen everything. So there was somebody moving shavings with the tractor outside, and they said, "Oh, you just want to wait till they just move that tractor and the truck and stuff?" I said, "You don't have to worry about this guy being scared of anything." He walked out like he was born at first line. Walked right past the tractor, kind of looked over at it, and just kept going. A pretty cool customer, so I was happy with what I saw for him. At that point, it was pretty muddy, so I decided to be a spectator rather than a participant in the jogging mile of Ready for Landing. So he looked good. I saw Carter Michael Dio on the track. He's starting to sharpen up. Wow, he looked good. James was out there with him. I haven't got to see them go a quicker mile yet. I'm just really interested. Now they moved the qualifiers from Friday to Monday. Dominic can't be here on Monday. I said, I'll get down to the track with the horses. Don't worry about that. I'll get down on the track with the horses, and James will be listed on all the qualifiers and schoolers, and if he can't go with them, I'll go with them. I believe Jimmy said that Unbeatable Kemp and Tiger might be in together, so I'll go with Kemp. James can go with Tiger. And we'll get them all done and moved on. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. That's it for me on Thursday. Obviously, we have horses racing this afternoon and racing tonight, but we can talk about that tomorrow after we talk about the babies. I have to go in my iPad here and make all the sets for tomorrow in Ontario and for the day after on Saturday. Many of you don't know this, but it is my little girl's birthday on Ava on Saturday. So just her and I are going to Ohio. I told her I'd take her out somewhere nice to eat, which we would likely do anyway. But I told her I'd take her shopping, and you know, it's hard to believe. I know many of you are parents out there. This is my first kid was Ava. So to watch her grow up, and then, you know, Oliver, so different and similar at the same time, and then Addie is a complete renegade. She is nothing like the other two. But Ava, how much she's changed in the last 2 years. You know, she's really growing up quickly, and you know, I thought it'd be nice just to go to dinner, take her shopping, and talk. Even watching her interact with her friends at school today, it was just really, really interesting. You know, I don't get to see that, you know, because it's not that I'm away. I'm her father. I don't get to see her in a school interaction. So a pretty cool snapshot in time for me today was to watch Oliver speak. I told him after, I said, you know, obviously I'm competitive too, and I want to win as much as he wants to win. But I told him, I said, you did a tremendous job. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter who won the speaking contest. You have kids, you're in against kids 5 years older than you, in some cases 4 years older than you. And I thought he did a great job. Very, very proud of him and Ava. Just to see Ava growing up is, everybody always tells you, right? For those of you that are young out there, maybe younger than me, maybe you haven't started a family yet, you know, and you'll hear somebody say, hey, it goes by really quick, so pay attention. That means nothing to you. I've been there. People tell you, yeah, you know, thanks for the heads up there, fella. But then you get into watching your kids grow up. 1, 2, and 3, you know, they just shit and puke, and you know, they don't change that much. But 4, they start to get that attitude like Addie. When they start to think they know everything. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, the change in Oliver is a little more subtle from 7 to 8. But after seeing how much Ava changed from 10 to 12, you know, turning 12 on, even 9 to 11, now turning 12 on Saturday, it has been something else. And you guys don't need to hear about this, but obviously you've watched. Many of you have watched. You've definitely watched Addie grow up, and many of you have watched Oliver, for the most part, grow up, and the majority of Ava's life. So their lives are kind of intertwined with yours a little bit, depending on your level of interest in the stable. So a cool day for me. Very, you know, it's one of those days that you know, I said this before to my wife last week. You know, there's just certain points in your life that it might just, but like the Gold Cup and Saucer, when I won it last year, I think I was desensitized to, you know, how much I wanted to win it and how much it meant to me, until I literally was halfway down the lane and saw and heard the fans. And I didn't want that to end, right? I wanted to really take it all in, but I had to leave because Oliver had a baseball tournament the next day. And it wasn't until I was on the plane it really hit home, and then even days and weeks later, how much it really did mean to me. And seeing my kids do stuff like this, it's just one of those things where you're glad you didn't miss it, right? And that's what today was. So a very odd day, but a very interesting day for me indeed. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to talk to you at some point tomorrow. That'll be it for today. It's enough videos for today. Oliver did not win the speaking competition, but did one hell of a job. Never got tripped up, never missed a beat, and did a great speech, a very informative speech this morning. So take care, everybody. A little non-horse update for you here from Ontario, Canada. Take care.